All right, we'll kick it off. Here we are for round 3, and we have a Tin Man All-Star band going up against
Tezz Control by James.
James is, of course, unfortunately good friend of ours. He likes to spice it up every now and then, just like Tim's hand.
There we go. That's quite the hand. Let's see what these guys have for hands.
Nope, that's not going to quite work out. And by that I mean Dylan's going to mulligan, and so is James. We're going to start this game by going to 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Which every mull feels a lot better for James.
Oh yeah. I think actually he's running main deck Master of Ethereum.
It's all spicy. It's more of a older tech from when Treasure Cruise was in the format, and there was more electricaries and electrolyzes.
3 Thoughtcast, 2 Memnites, 4 Etch Champions. He's really hedging his bets against Mutavaults. Is he running Immutable today?
He is not. But
Nope.
for creatures, we do have a Worm Coil, which that puts an end to those shenanigans. He also has a Battersculpt, which is actually black. He has 1 Spellskite. He also runs 2 Ensnaring Bridges.
Ensnaring Bridge is going to be real good, I have a feeling. Just because it's going to virtually turn off the cranial platings for Dylan.
And the Master of Ethereum.
Yeah.
And it makes...
James definitely likes for the games to go long here, whereas Dylan's going to try and mop him up quick.
Yeah, definitely the longer it goes, the more in favor of James it is.
The interesting thing is going to be once we get to sideboard games with Dylan with his 1 Blood Moon in the board. Blood Moon and Choke are just going to be a beating against... Ooh. I didn't realize that Dylan's all the way down to 5 now. Ooh, we're gonna kick things off with the Polluted Delta. I almost said Flooded Strand. I don't know why.
Similar, but not quite.
No. We're gonna...
Small sequencing, but doesn't look like James is going to take advantage of it.
Dylan's just showing him how you really play artifacts.
Just throw them all on the table.
Yeah, why not?
I didn't see what land he put down. I think it was a Nexus of some sort.
Yeah, no, it's a Nexus. It is a Blink Moth Nexus, in fact. I was thankfully able to catch the art before it
I was waiting for
before it went away. Alright. Is that a main deck Graph Digger's cage he's got there? It is.
It is. He has plenty of 1-ups for his artifacts, because he does run a single Tezzeret the Seeker, along with 4 Tezzeret Ancient Abolus, and a singleton Ashiok.
I know James well, and I'm pretty sure he's running a Trinket Mage in there too, just to get his 1-ofs.
He is. He does have a single Trinket Mage.
Because by 1-ofs we of course mean artifacts that cost 1.
Which include an Elixir of Immortality, Graph Diggers, Pithing Needle, and he also has an Engineer Explosives.
The main deck Knight of Souls Betrayal is definitely going to be something interesting.
Yeah, it is a singleton, but it helps a lot.
Unfortunately, he does have 1 dead card in this matchup right now. Thankfully, it's only a 1-of, but that Go for the Throw is definitely coming out.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
What does he anticipate? I was talking to him earlier today, and he was saying that used to be a telling time, but...
2 telling times and 1 other card. I don't remember what it was, because he's got 3 anticipates in the deck now.
Yeah.
Which, having played enough Legacy in my lifetime, I know it's just a bad impulse. But, hey, we'll take what we can get.
There's the Graph Diggers, which...
It's not actually going to do anything in this matchup, I don't think.
No, it shouldn't have any relevancy.
No.
But if he has a Tezzeret Agent of Bolus, it will definitely turn into a 5/5.
Oh, that Graph Digger's cage is going to start smashing face.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
Taps Ink Moth, Blink Moth. No, never mind. It looks like he's a Galblast and an Edge Champion.
We got a Ravager on the field already.
Looks like he's going for the Champion. Which, as we were talking before, doesn't have many colorless creatures, but the Tezzeret Agent Bullets turning any artifact into a 5/5 just shuts down that Champion hard.
Yeah, its Champion is definitely not the, that's a damnation.
which he does run 2 in his main, so.
Let's, hey, let's sacrifice everything to Ravager. Whoops. That's where I think Dylan just got punished for playing that Etch Champion too.
Yes.
So, getting them out of the glare there so we can see what the lands are. That's right, Dylan. Play right.
Jeez, you're here for us.
Actually, that's to the left. Whatever. Beyonce it up, brother. You got it.
Position.
That's going to hit a Gal Blast, probably.
Gal Blast, another champion.
Or the champion. There you go.
I don't think he cares too much about the... There's his Knights and
Soul Betrayal. All right. Well...
That's a very dead signal pass.
I don't actually know if Dylan can really beat that card.
It shuts off his man lands.
It shuts off his man lands. It shuts off... Let's go through the list here. Ravager shuts off man lands, Mem Knight. Ornithopter becomes -1/0 or -1/1. I believe it kills Steel Overseer. Yeah, I believe Steel Overseer is a 1/1.
I believe he is. I think he starts out as a 1/1. It looks like he's playing a -1/1 Ornithopter there.
Steel Overseer is in fact a 1/1.
Just showing the real muscle, that Ornithopter.
So there we go. We got the second one. Hey, Metalcraft is turned back on. That's
it's actually relevant if he gets a cranial plating, or if he also has his red for his Gal Blast.
So I think what we're also seeing here is that Dylan is getting super punished for playing that Etch Champion, because if he didn't play that Etch Champion, what we could be seeing here is him stacking the stuff to the Ravager. But
there's a Talisman. James just is like, I got mana. Just give me cards.
Yeah. He has got all the 5/5s in the world whenever Tezzeret hits.
Oh yeah.
He's got 4 of them in the deck, and
look at, he has 3 of his Dark Steels out, which is actually all 3.
We found it.
There we go.
I feel like we're gonna
5/5 indestructible.
He's a 5/5.
Hey, tell him to use the big dice. Tim, tell him to use the big dice.
We got a 5/5 Dark Steel Citadel, a 4/4 Dark Steel Citadel. I apologize.
Yes, yeah. There's a Knights.
The Knight of Soul's Betrayal is a symmetrical effect, which makes it fair.
Perfectly fair. You can ask True Name about that. There's the Nets champion. That's right.
We got Andy yelling at James there for not using the big dice. If you're in the feature match area, you should know what's going on.
There's another Tezzeret.
Whatever, we'll just follow it up with another one.
All the 4/4 indestructibles.
And James getting feisty there in the red zone. Going in for 8, down to 8.
There we go. I don't think Dylan has a chance here.
Nope. I mean, he does have chump blockers at the very least.
He does. He can buy himself some time, but he needed a drum at some point here to start laying on some hurt. And
I think he was just going to play another Tezzeret. He just tapped his man, and I feel like he was just going for the other Tezzeret. This one.
There's the third one. Okay.
He was just ready for that. Now you plus and phone a friend.
Nope. Just
Talisman.
get in there with 4/4s. That's. I present you 16.
James rolling the dice there.
All right, so that was a relatively quick one here.
Yeah. So
that was a 10-minute game.
Dylan Wilson's definitely gonna bring in that Blood Moon now. I think he can safely bring in the Ancient Grudge as well.
Yes.
Choke's gonna come in. Thoughtseize has no reason not to come in.
The Wear Tear, I feel.
Wear Tear can definitely come in as well.
We saw both enchantments and artifacts.
Yeah. As far as what we're taking out, Etch Champion is definitely not what we're wanting in this matchup.
No.
Master of Ethereum isn't going to do a whole lot.
It's
good, but it's not going to be great.
He just can't take out too many of his creatures. And the fact that it also makes all of his other guys bigger.
Yeah, I can see that. We can take out Ornithopters then.
Normally
Mem
putting
Knights.
the Mem Knights before Ornithopters, because flying
2 Mem Knights, we can take out 2 Mem Knights. So we're taking out 6 cards there. We're boarding in Blood Moon, 2 Ancient Grudges, 2 Chokes, and a Wear Tear. So.
And on On James's side here, he does have Ashiaks, which feel too slow for this matchup.
Way too slow.
He has Chalices, which actually can be very relevant. I could see him bringing in Chalice. He also has Damnation, the third one. Illness in the Ranks, Flash Freeze, Death Mark. None of those seem that good. He has Sadistic Sacraments, which this isn't really a deck you need to do that. He has a Torpor Orb and 2 Monastery Sieges, which in his sideboard, all I really like are the 2 Chalices and the Damnation. And I feel like he can take out the one of Ashiok in his main, and then also his Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah.
And his Torpor Orb.
Oh, yeah. The question I have, you are an Affinity player, whereas I am not, is if you're boarding in Thoughtseize, is there something specifically you take out?
Let me check out his list. I don't know if he'd be bringing in the Thoughtseize necessarily. I mean, it doesn't feel bad, but he does run the Thoughtcast in the main.
I mean, personally, I think the Thoughtseize is a really good card in this matchup because James just has good cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, through and through, James just has good cards that we can take away.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to bring the Chokes in this matchup.
I can see him not bringing in Chokes.
I think Chokes aren't going to come in, so I think the 2 Ancient Grudge, the Blood Moon, the Wear and Tear, so that's we're up to 4 there, plus 3 Thoughtseizes. He could probably safely take out all 4 Etch Champions, and could probably cut back on the Thoughtcast.
Probably cut back on the Thoughtcast?
But,
I do think Thoughtseize is definitely going to be good in this matchup. Especially since he's going to be on the play. Like, if he was on the draw, I could see not bringing in Thoughtseize.
the only problem is these games probably will go long, and that James empties his hands nearly as fast as Dylan.
Yeah. He certainly can, too. Well, let's, guys are shuffling up. I didn't actually get to see, they showed us what they boarded at all. But I think the safest assumption we can make is that Ancient Grudge and Blood Moon are definitely now occupying Dylan's deck.
I'd be very surprised if the 2 Chalices and the Damnation aren't in James.
Yeah. See, Chalice is always an awkward one for me, too, especially against Affinity. If I win game 1, I don't generally bring in Chalice, because I feel like Chalice on 0 is one of the better plays.
Which you need to be on the
You need to be
for.
on the play for Chalice on 0, because Chalice on 1 doesn't feel great. Like, it's a good play, but I don't feel like it's a great play.
But there's also ways that James can board out where he doesn't even have 1-drops in his decks if he doesn't want to, and he can throw down a Chalice at 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't completely hurt Affinity, but it does slow it down.
Alright, we got James taking the mulligan here. Dylan is going to keep his 7. I think that was also part of the reason why Dylan didn't really ever have a chance in that game. Is the mulligan to 5. It is really hampering for most people.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of decks that can take a mulligan to 5 and actually just come out ahead.
No, it's more the slow control decks can do it, but not Affinity.
No.
Not when you have the option to go in Hellbent on your opening hand.
James found a 6 he likes, and off we go to the races.
And there's the one of Basic Island.
Oh, and we're tapping it for a Springleaf Drum. See, this is where if James is on the play, bringing in Chalice and putting it on 0, just completely wrecks that opener. We're going to go ahead and start out with a Polluted Delta and pass. Well, we got a Inkmoth Nexus in play here.
See what he can do with that 3 mana.
So I'm guessing he must have drawn the Inkmoth Nexus, because there's no way that he would play the island before the Inkmoth Nexus, because he's missing damage if he did. Oop.
Champion?
We kept in the S champions.
That feels like a mistake.
I don't know if it's right.
Most of the removal that Dylan saw, actually all the removal Dylan saw, has been Wraths. So I don't feel like it's actually productive here.
No,
it feels like a mistake to keep him in.
Yeah, I don't think that it's particularly great in this matchup.
It feels a lot better against Junk or something like that, where you're Black and Goyf.
Oh man, S champion is just such a beating against X-colored decks.
Mm-hmm. Just any mid-range, you're just like, yeah. But something like this is board control. It doesn't feel like what you want to be doing. Had that been a Blood Moon, this game could have been over.
Oh yeah, no, that is a true statement.
Plating.
That's a cranial plating. That's a beating.
If he has a...
That's real good.
Yes, that is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are getting in for 7, putting James down
8.
to 12.
It's in for 8, puts him down to 10.
I'm confused. What just happened?
He's fetching before combat. I'm not sure why the Mem Knight's still tapped.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain. What could James have up his sleeve here? 'Cause he can't dismember it. I don't think he has
Maybe he's just going for anticipate. That seems to be all he can actually... Oh, dismember!
He's dismembering the Memnite?
He does have 2 of dismember.
That's a -5 Memnite.
That's...
That Memnite is hella dead.
That's,
Tezz couldn't save that Memnite.
No, he could not.
No! James' third land. I think we're gonna see we're gonna see the ensnaring bridge come down.
That feels good. I think from Dylan's point of view, you just hop that plating back over to the Ornithopter and just keep getting in for 2.
Yep, because it looks like James has 3 cards in hand. 8 life. We're still on a 4-turn clock. 4 turn? 4 cards in hand? That means Ornithopter can still get feisty too.
He can. The best part is he could still attack with the Ornithopter at 4, and then tap Inkmoth to turn to an artifact after attacks.
He can indeed. That's it's one of those good old Stoneforge tricks with Umazawa Jit getting under Ensnaring Bridge. I'll give it -1/-1, and then give it +1/+1, or +2/+2. Those are the self-destructive plays that you actually want to make, as opposed to like what we saw last round with the Ghost quartering your own land. Sure, that might come up every now and then where it's actually a great play, but obviously in that situation it was not. And it's set counterback so far.
Oh, he plays a Mox. He cannot get in there with the Ornithopter now.
Yep. That might have been a mistake.
He does. He has had 2. Okay, I guess he's looking for double black to attach it.
He's not going to attach it? He had James dead. He had James dead on board.
He did.
I think he's still going to win this game. I don't know if it's going to matter.
He has a Damnation in hand.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a beating. Oh, Dylan had this game won.
He just had to attach to the Edge Champion.
He had to, in fairness, I don't actually know how many times that comes up in Infinity, the instant speed attach. Obviously, you don't play a lot of colored mana sources, so I don't think it comes up as much as people really need it to understand it.
He still can't. He has 3 cards. It's too big. He can't attack in. It's 5. Yep, that's what James is explaining. It's too big. Thank you for spending your mana.
Whoops. James is pretty happy about that, as we can see.
Yeah, that...
We got the Inquisition coming in,
Hitting
grabbing
the
the Ravager. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's a beating.
It also got a lot of...
Is that a Monastery Siege in his hand? We're going to play the Monastery Siege.
I wasn't expecting them to bring that in.
What are we going to name? Cons or Dragons? Looks like he named the top one, which is Cons. James was courteous enough to point to it. So at the beginning of each upkeep, he will be drawing an additional card and discarding a card.
Oh, yep, looks like it.
Can't even read that.
I can't either, but...
Yep, it's Cons. All right, just got confirmation on that. We're gonna animate that Inkmoth again. We're gonna beats for 1.
He's definitely gonna take
one
that 1
infect.
infect. See, this is where the Ravager would have came in handy.
Oh yeah.
Just swing him with that Ornithopter and just throw
See,
everything on
the
there.
thing here is that he still has the instant speed equip, and he's still not using it.
Mm-hmm. He just doesn't see that line.
He has had James dead now a couple times, and Dylan's just not seeing it.
Oh, it looks like he missed his cons trigger.
Oh, it looks like he was drawing 2,
Oh.
and they just wanted clarification on why he was drawing. That's an Ashiok.
So he left it in. And now he's hellbent. There's Ornithopter can't even get in there now.
Nope.
Oh, and all 3
jeez.
creatures. To be fair though, none of that is what he wanted. He hopefully brought in the Ancient Grudge. That's what he's digging for now.
Yep. We need to take care of that in Staring Bridge, and we need to take care of it quick.
Mm-hmm. No, I think he needs one of the decks where you can play it with lack of experience and do well, but there's so many lines that rewards familiarity. Like, the more you know, the better.
I think we're definitely going to have to talk to Dylan about the double black line after this event is over.
Yes.
Dylan, if you're watching this on YouTube at any point, we're really disappointed in you, and you can just not show up again.
You can take that to the bank. Oh.
He's going to play that Vault Scourge.
That feels perfectly fine.
Now he has a blocker just in case. The funny thing now is that we've gotten to the point in the game where the Blood Moon off the top will not matter.
No, he's got multiple basics.
Oh, now he hits. Now he does. Oh, it causes me a headache that he does that. Like if he had just never done it, it would make sense. Like, hey, I just didn't see this line.
Yeah, okay. Cool, it falls off.
Yeah, I think he's just doing it to get it off.
Yeah.
The Ornithopter. Oh, are we putting Ashioks in the graveyard? Okay. We just need to make sure those are
No,
kept
Drown
separate.
Yard.
Oh, Drown Yard.
James'
baby.
alternate win con is
Oh,
a Drown
baby.
Yard.
Man, it's Innistrad RTR all over again. Oh,
And there's an Elixir in the hands.
I think you discard the other card no matter what it is.
Yeah.
He does have the Academy Ruins, though, so he can actually put the Elixir back on top and draw it next turn. He can actually fix his draws now to the point that he has good draws from here on out.
Putting that Vault Scourge in. He has all the time in the world.
Anticipate. There's a Tezzeret.
That's engineered explosives. You can set that puppy at 2.
Pull up the cranial plating.
Or the Tezzeret still feels fine as well.
No, Tezzeret is definitely... Tezzeret's beating here.
It turns a Vault Scourge into a 5/5. That Ornithopter's going to die for the tax in.
It's funny because it won't be able to attack, but I don't think it actually matters. Ooh, we got the Tezzeret going down. So I think after you turn the Vault Scourge into a 5/5, your only other line is...
He already passed.
Well, no, but moving forward, I think his line is plussing Tezzeret to the point where he minuses the -4.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he just starts draining him.
The other option is... Oh, and then, yeah, he has Ashiok and Drown Yard going to work. Declares blocks.
This guy. I'm going to gain 5 life.
So, 6. They trade, and James goes up to 13. Doesn't feel bad at all.
No. That's definitely a great line. 14. It's definitely a great line from James' point of view.
What is funny is if he also didn't want that Ornithopter to attack, he could have turned the Ornithopter into a 5/5. Because Tezzeret can turn any artifact.
We were going to put the Darksteel Citadel on top. And now we got the Ashioks Plus.
There's an Edge Champion and a Ravager. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, we're gonna plus. Are we gonna whiff?
No.
Oh, nope.
It's a Signet.
I mean, it's not a great card, but it's not a bad card.
I mean, James is using this mana. It's.
Now he's gonna be able to activate Signet and activate Drown Yard. Oh, the plays. Oh, the plays.
Another plating.
Oh, that's not a great play. It's not gonna win you the game, Dylan.
No, and it looks like another one just got milled there.
Dylan with the massive punt. And that's gonna, I think James is gonna take this one. We're in the,
And he's putting the elixir right back on top.
we are in the long game now.
Puts the elixir back in the yard.
And, might as well plus it.
Yeah. You got the Drown Yard going already. Might as well keep going. Signal Pest, Ornithopter, and a Blink Moth. Sorry,
Just
Ink
think,
Moth.
we can -0 our Ashiok to put that Ornithopter in play. I believe that's what they call great value.
To be fair, it makes his Tezzeret Ultimate bigger.
And there's the Pithing Needle.
Ooh. Names that cranial plating.
I imagine he named Cranial
Yeah.
Pit. Yep. Yep. That's real easy.
How can he win this game? Let's not let him do that.
I think Dylan's only out here is drawing like all of the Gal Blasts in a row.
In Ancient Grudge, can hit both the bridge and the needle.
It could.
He has the mana to do it.
Not entirely certain that's going to be enough. I think he just played the Elixir. Plus Tesseret. We're going to get another Signet. I just think we can double filter our Signets now. I believe that's a one-way ticket to Value Town.
Which Ashiok should be up to 7 right now. We didn't. He gets in for 0. Tough guy Spellskite.
Yeah, we're James going for the showmanship now.
Yeah, no, it's.
I think. Does he have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and plus Ashiok can get anything from that's been exiled, and then you can put anything back on top.
Play this Mox Opal for free. Minus Tezzeret. Nope, we're going to put that Ornithopter into play.
They got that tough guy Spellskite.
Nope, we're still going to plus, huh?
He's
We got the Ratchet Bomb or the Batterskull? We're going to take the Ratchet Bomb. Interestingly enough, Ratchet Bomb on 1 isn't going to do a whole lot, and Ratchet Bomb on 2 actually doesn't feel great.
No.
We're going to make sure we draw another artifact as we go for this artifact kill.
Excuse me while I win the game.
You're going to gain twice the life, equal the number of artifacts.
That's more than enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep,
There's
there
a
it is.
handshake.
There's the handshake, and James Hams takes the match in 2.
After Dylan missed 2 turns of lethal.
Yeah, Dylan missed a few lethal attacks there. And again, I think that's something that comes with the experience with the Affinity deck. It's definitely something that I know I personally have no experience with. Not very good with the aggressive, as the kids like to call them. But
I'll say Affinity is, as I was saying before, it rewards you knowing your lines, and there are a lot of lines to learn.
No, and that's one of the things that the cranial plating line is so awkward because it comes up so little.
Yeah, especially with combination of Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, and I've played against Affinity a number of times, and I can count on one hand the amount of times they've used double black to instant speed equip the cranial plating onto any artifact. In fact, most of the time it's actually to an Ink Moth Nexus to just kill me.
Yeah.
So that is in fact our round 3.
Yep.
Round 3.
So far we've seen 2 sort of brews take rounds 2 and 3. So
we got Tezzeret Control, and then that wonderful, wonderful amalgamation of cards.
that black blue Merfolk.
It didn't have a name. It doesn't need a name. It's just beautiful. But yeah, that'll be it for our round 3. We'll be back with round 4 shortly.